Hello everyone, my name's Mr. Bullet on Fire 12 and welcome back to some more Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And what we're going to be talking about in this video is the sort of hidden special score streaks, kill streaks that Call of Duty has had in its games over the last few years, dating back to Modern Warfare 2 with the tactical nuke, and then we had the moab in MW3, Ghost had the chem strike, and then here we are in Advanced Warfare with the DNA bomb. And what you're going to be seeing is two different examples of me going on pretty long streaks. I mean, this first one here on Capture the Flag, on Comeback, I wasn't actually expecting to go on to this streak that I ended up going on. It was completely unexpected and unintentional. I didn't realise I would end up going on this. I actually ended up going on a 30 streak, but because I am using, score streaks like the bombing run and the missile strike, they don't count towards the DNA bomb, so I think I ended up dying on an 18 gun streak for the DNA bomb. And then I've got another example of some domination on Detroit, where I actually was going for it. I was using just the UAV and the system hack, so they're not going to, actually get me any extra kills. It's all gun kills in that second example that I'll be showing you, and I was actually trying for that time, and I ended up going on a 17 streak. So I hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy both of these different examples, especially this first one, because I was not expecting to go on the streak that I ended up going on. It just completely happened by random. But basically, I like the idea of these, special streaks that COD has had in its games ever since MW2. I mean, I thought it was crazy just getting a tactical nuke at first, and those were back in the days where you could actually use your kill streaks to help you actually get that tactical nuke. But then ever since MW2, things have been changing, because with MW3, Ghost and Advanced Warfare, any kill streak kill you got for the moab, the chem strike, or the DNA bomb, that would not count. It all was down to gun kills, which changed it a lot. And I've gotten one of all of them except the DNA bomb. The best streak I actually had for a DNA bomb was an 18 streak, or possibly a 19 streak. Unfortunately, I didn't have the HD PVR2 set up that I've got right now, so I was sadly not able to record it. And that was back a long time ago, back when I only had this game for just a short amount of time. It was my first game on Prestige 2, and it was my last game for that night, I remember. And I just don't know, I don't think I ever died. I think I ended up going 35 kills and no deaths, I think. I think that's probably one of my best scores I've ever had in this game. And that was my first longest streak, and I suppose first attempt going for the DNA bomb. But obviously I had score streaks like the Warbird on, possibly the missile strike as well, so I wasn't able to get it as well as I would like to, I suppose. Because obviously when I have those score streaks on, it's going to mess with me trying to actually get it from my gun kills. The medals will pop up saying, oh hey, you're on a 20 score streak, but gun streak wise for the actual DNA bomb, I'm probably lost at that point, because I'm not going to be able to keep count of it. But I thought it was crazy at first with these score streaks then, because we never had seen them before with World at War or COD 4, and I'm just a casual player, and I believe I said that in my Master Prestige video when I entered the Grandmaster Prestige levels and showed you my combat record and stats and all that stuff. I believe I said I was a casual player, and I just am. I just play this game for fun. But sometimes when you get, games like this, it's really exciting inside, because you just want to keep the streak going on and on and on, and then you just got to think to yourself, can he pull it off? Can he actually get the DNA bomb, or the chem strike, or the moab, or the nuke, or, whatever? And, when you get examples like this, it's really exciting. It makes the game, so much fun. I've always loved those score streaks, even dating back to Modern Warfare 2 with the tactical nuke. I mean, I thought it was insane at first to go on a 25 or a 24 streak, depending on if you had hardline on, for the tactical nuke. I mean, I spent a long time thinking, there's no way I would ever get one. People I started playing with, we grouped up in parties, and they would see, me, getting the scores that I get, or calling in those different score streaks in. And I remember some of them would say, you're a really good player. And I'd not even been playing in this series for that long. And then to have other people, in my party saying, you're a really good player, it was really nice for them to say that. But I thought, I'm just playing casually, really. I thought, just having doing it for the fun of it. But then I remember I decided one day I wanted to actually try and go for it. And it was quite an experience, I'll definitely say that, because my first nuke was definitely a challenging one. I mean, some of my nukes I got, because really the only reason I wanted to get the nuke was to get the nuke emblem. But when I went for the tactical nuke at first, it was very stressful and quite hard, because I was just playing it casually, and I'm not one of the more aggressive players that people have adapted to playstyle, being super aggressive and just rushing all the time. I was very careful and like much slower to try and get my tactical nuke. I remember it very well. My first ever nuke was on high rise. We played a 6v6 domination match on MW2, and I remember the first game I got the nuke. It wasn't as simple of calling in the Harriers and then my chopper gunner, and then I'd just wait to see if I can get the nuke. I remember getting as far as the chopper gunner, maybe got a few kills in it before the chopper gunner got shot down, and then everything went wrong. And here it is, there's the 30 medal, you saw that just pop up, and that is sadly where this first example had to end right there. I believe it was an 18 streak, and I'll just show the final score of what happened, because the rest of that capture the flag game didn't go too well. But anyway, it was a 32-3 for that one, and let's move on to the second example. And this is the example that I'm actually trying to go for the DNA bomb, and this time I'm just using non-lethal score streaks, just the UAV that's been customized, as well as my sister pack, which has been customized as well. But yeah, with Modern Warfare 2, I remember that match of getting that nuke very well, because I got my chopper gunner and the Harriers for the first time trying to go around to get it, and then I remember ended up dying and my chopper gunner got shot down like really early on, so I didn't get that many kills with it. But then I ended up going on another streak, and I mainly just run around that underground part on high rise, because I thought it was more safer than just staying out in the open. So that was the route I'd take. I keep running back and forth until I ended up getting it, got my streaks again. I didn't get all of the chopper gunner kills I needed for that nuke, but eventually when the game finally started to sort of end, I had to sort of be a bit more aggressive and rush into the spawn to try and get as many kills as I needed. I remember the final kill was the most intense one, because I almost ended up dying, because it was I remember I was using a one-man army class, and no, there was no grenade launcher, it was just a UMP-45 that was silenced. And I had Hardline on, as well as Ninja Pro, which all my perks were on the Pro version. But I remember running into their spawn, I wanted to use one-man army to quickly resupply my ammo and get everything else resupplied, but I couldn't get it done because there were so many people around me, so that I ended up having to just run into them with my knife to try and kill them. And probably the last 3 kills were people that were trying to quickscope me. I definitely remember the last person I killed was a sniper who was trying to quickscope me, and I missed the knife a few times and he kept missing, but eventually I managed to get my knife to connect with him, and when the nuke popped up, oh my god, it went absolute. I couldn't believe it. I was in so shock. Then ended up dying literally afterwards. But that was probably one of the most intense nukes I've gotten, where other ones were a lot easier and I got the kills I needed for the streaks and they did what they had to do. But then obviously with the games that came after, like MW3, Ghosts and Advanced Warfare here, those don't count anymore. It was more of a challenge to get these special score streaks like the Moab, the Chem Strike and the DNA Bomb, because it's all gun kills now. And the only Moabs and Chem Strike I've been able to get have all been infected. They've all been infected. I got tons of MW3 Moabs, which some of them are actually on the channel, because some of them were, those short little 30-second clips I did, but obviously I had to speed up the editing on it just to actually fit, the actual streak in. But some of them aren't. One of my most proud ones is the Juggernaut Moab one, which I seriously never thought I would get that, where you'd play Juggernaut versus people with the Striker shotgun and Infected. Managed to get that, and that's actually got quite a lot of views, that video, and I'm really happy the way that video's turned out. It was a really good video. Then with Ghosts, again, that was just Infected as well. I mean, with MW3 I did try and go for a Moab just in domination. I remember I think it was on lockdown, I think the map was called. I think I had an M16, I was using the specialist class. I can't remember what perks I had on. But sadly, I died on an 18 and the game was coming to an end anyway, so I'm not sure if I ever would have got it in time. But that was my best shot at doing it in like a respawn game mode. But all the Moabs I've gotten were infected. Ghosts, I don't think I really ever really properly tried to do it in something like Domination or something else, just because of how random the game is now, with the spawn system and certain perks that kind of, mess with me a little bit in a sense. Because I mean, like, the toughness perk, that's something that, it's a perk I just don't really like, because it can just really mess up my aim and the shooting sometimes. And it's just not as, I don't know, it's not as easy to predict with things that are going to happen sometimes. So with those games, it's just been infected, and here at Advanced Warfare, I've had actually more proper success, even though the spawns are random sometimes, and people don't always die, even though you think you've put enough bullets into them or something. But here is where this streak is about to end. One final kill, and I tried to get the other one, but I don't know, sometimes I could see the match was coming to an end, and I wanted to see if I could keep it going, just to see what happened, but maybe just took a risk I just couldn't take. But I believe that was a 17 one, and the previous one was an 18. Both pretty good examples, and I was really happy with both of them. But this is the way I kind of want to do DNA bombs. Even though the spawns are random and it's always just gun kills now, I do want to try and continue to get the DNA bomb before I reach the final level in this game. I've managed to do it in all the other ones, but I've still not managed to get that DNA bomb. I think the best I can do so far was that 18/17 streak that I've had. But I think definitely that game on Prestige 2, I'm pretty sure it's around an 18, but these are some pretty good examples I've got. But yeah, I would love to get a DNA bomb one day, even if it isn't infected. Sometimes I do play infected, and I've gone on at least a 15 streak in an infected match before. But whether it's in a domination game, I'd love to do it the way that I'm doing right now, where I just use the UAV and the system map, because it's just so much easier to focus. And then there's the final score there of 25 kills, 7 deaths. Obviously, I only showed you the important parts. So obviously with that capture the flag gameplay at first, I just cut it off at the end where the streak ended, because there wasn't too much more left of that game left, and we ended up losing that match, which was a bit of a shame. And then with that domination game you just watched, I thought, only show the specific part where the streak actually starts. But those are some examples of me trying to go for the DNA bomb. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the idea of these special score streaks, and have you ever gotten all of them, or have you only gotten specific ones of them? Let me know in the comments below. But anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed the video, and if you've liked the video, remember to leave a like rating and subscribe if you are new. But for now, it is goodbye from me. I shall see all of you guys very soon with my next video. So take care guys, and goodbye.